AI systems in development for the military.
This decision-making will be faster. Leaders will use this artificial intelligence-assisted decision-making.
AI is emerging as a force multiplier.
What happens when the tech giants shaping our daily lives start building tools for war? Big tech's push into military AI raises urgent questions about ethics, accountability, and the future of conflict. Today, we dive into why this trend is deeply troubling and what it means for all of us. The growing involvement of big tech in military AI. Major technology companies are increasingly partnering with defense agencies to develop advanced artificial intelligence systems tailored for military use. This collaboration marks a significant shift as firms traditionally focused on consumer products now contribute to national security and warfare capabilities. Their expertise in data processing, machine learning, and cloud computing is leveraged to enhance surveillance, target identification, and battlefield decision-making. This expansion raises concerns about the influence of private corporations on military strategies and the potential commercialization of warfare technologies. The integration of big tech's innovations into defense infrastructures also blurs the lines between civilian and military applications, creating complex ethical and geopolitical challenges that demand urgent attention. Abandonment of safety and ethical policies for defense contracts. Several leading tech firms have relaxed or discarded internal safety guidelines to secure lucrative military contracts. Originally committed to responsible AI development, these companies face pressure to prioritize speed and performance over ethical considerations. This shift often involves bypassing rigorous testing protocols and transparency measures designed to prevent misuse or harm. The pursuit of defense partnerships can lead to compromises on privacy, human rights, and long-term societal impacts. Such policy reversals undermine public trust and highlight the tension between corporate profit motives and ethical responsibilities. The consequences of sidelining safety frameworks may extend beyond immediate military applications, affecting broader AI governance standards. Transformation of everyday AI tools into weapons systems. Technologies once created for benign purposes, such as facial recognition and natural language processing, are being repurposed into components of lethal military systems. Algorithms designed to improve user experience or automate routine tasks now assist in targeting, threat detection, and autonomous operations on the battlefield. This conversion raises critical questions about the dual-use nature of AI and the risks of unintended consequences when civilian tools become instruments of warfare. The rapid adaptation of commercial AI for military objectives also complicates regulatory oversight and accountability, as these technologies evolve faster than existing legal frameworks can address. Rise of autonomous weapon systems and associated risks. The deployment of AI-powered autonomous weapons is growing, enabling machines to select and engage targets without direct human control. While proponents argue these systems can reduce human casualties and increase precision, they also introduce significant dangers. Autonomous weapons may malfunction, misinterpret data, or be vulnerable to hacking, leading to unintended escalations or civilian harm. Their use challenges established norms of warfare, particularly regarding proportionality and discrimination in targeting. The absence of clear international regulations governing these systems exacerbates the risk of an unchecked arms race, with profound implications for global security and ethical warfare conduct. Erosion of human accountability and moral responsibility. As AI assumes greater roles in military decision-making, the traditional chain of command and individual accountability become blurred. Delegating critical choices to algorithms risks diminishing human oversight and moral judgment in life-and-death situations. This shift complicates assigning responsibility for errors, abuses, or violations of international law. When autonomous systems operate independently, it becomes difficult to hold commanders, developers, or manufacturers accountable for their actions. This erosion of accountability threatens to undermine ethical standards in conflict and may encourage reckless use of force, as the human conscience is distanced from the consequences of military engagements. Bias and discrimination in AI-driven military decision-making. Artificial intelligence systems can inherit and amplify biases present in their training data, leading to discriminatory outcomes in military contexts. Flawed algorithms may misidentify targets, disproportionately affect certain populations, or reinforce existing prejudices. Such biases can result in wrongful detentions, civilian casualties, or unjustified use of force, undermining the legitimacy of military operations. Detecting and mitigating these biases is challenging, especially when AI models operate with limited transparency. The presence of bias in military AI not only raises ethical concerns, but also jeopardizes operational effectiveness and compliance with international humanitarian law. Wait a moment. Should there be strict rules governing AI use in warfare? Share your thoughts with us. Internal employee protests and corporate ethical dilemmas. Within major tech companies, growing unease among employees has sparked protests against involvement in military AI projects. Workers raise concerns about contributing to technologies that may cause harm or violate human rights. These internal conflicts highlight a clash between corporate ambitions and individual ethical values. Employees demand greater transparency and accountability, pushing companies to reconsider their defense partnerships. This activism exposes the moral dilemmas faced by organizations balancing profit, innovation, and social responsibility. The pressure from within can influence corporate policies, but often clashes with leadership's strategic priorities, revealing deep tensions about the role of technology in warfare. Transparency and oversight challenges in military tech partnerships. Partnerships between tech firms and defense agencies often operate under secrecy, limiting public knowledge and scrutiny. This lack of transparency complicates efforts to monitor the ethical use of AI in military applications. Oversight mechanisms struggle to keep pace with rapidly evolving technologies and complex contracts. The opacity surrounding these collaborations raises concerns about unchecked power and potential misuse. Without clear accountability frameworks, it becomes difficult to assess risks or enforce regulations. This environment fosters mistrust among stakeholders, including governments, civil society, and the public, emphasizing the urgent need for improved disclosure and independent review processes. Acceleration of the global AI arms race. The integration of AI into military capabilities is intensifying competition among nations, fueling a global arms race. Countries invest heavily in developing autonomous systems, cyber warfare tools, and AI-enhanced intelligence to gain strategic advantages. This rapid escalation increases the risk of destabilizing international security and lowers the threshold for conflict. The race pressures governments and corporations to prioritize speed over caution, often sidelining ethical considerations. As AI-powered weaponry proliferates, the potential for accidental engagements or escalation grows, making diplomatic efforts to regulate these technologies more challenging and urgent. Legal and regulatory gaps in military AI development. One critical challenge in the expansion of military AI is the absence of comprehensive legal frameworks that specifically address the unique risks posed by autonomous systems. Existing international laws, such as the Geneva Conventions, were not designed with AI-powered weapons in mind, leaving significant regulatory gaps. This lack of clear rules creates uncertainty about how accountability, liability, and compliance should be enforced. Governments and international bodies struggle to keep pace with rapid technological advancements, resulting in fragmented policies and inconsistent standards. Without robust legal oversight, the deployment of AI in military contexts risks violating human rights and escalating conflicts. Developing targeted regulations that balance innovation with ethical safeguards is essential to prevent misuse and ensure responsible AI integration in defense. Environmental and long-term consequences of military AI. The deployment of AI technologies in military operations also carries significant environmental and long-term implications. Autonomous systems often rely on extensive data centers and high-energy computing resources, contributing to increased carbon footprints. Moreover, the use of AI-driven weaponry can lead to prolonged conflicts, causing widespread destruction of ecosystems and infrastructure. The environmental degradation resulting from AI-enhanced warfare threatens biodiversity and disrupts communities dependent on natural resources. Additionally, the long-term societal impacts such as displacement and economic instability are often overlooked in the rush to develop advanced military technologies. Addressing these consequences requires integrating sustainability considerations into military AI strategies and fostering international cooperation to mitigate environmental harm. Integration of tech executives into military leadership and strategy. Increasingly, technology leaders are taking advisory or leadership roles within military and defense institutions. Their expertise shapes strategic decisions about AI deployment and innovation in warfare. This crossover influences military priorities, often accelerating the adoption of cutting-edge technologies. However, it also raises questions about the concentration of influence and potential conflicts of interest. The blending of corporate and military leadership can blur boundaries between commercial objectives and national security goals. This integration underscores the growing power of tech executives in shaping the future of conflict and defense policy. The need for robust ethical frameworks and public scrutiny. The rapid advancement of military AI underscores the necessity for comprehensive ethical guidelines and greater public oversight. Current regulations often lag behind technological developments, leaving gaps in accountability and governance. Robust frameworks should address issues such as human control, bias mitigation, and transparency. Public engagement is essential to ensure that AI deployment aligns with societal values and international law. Without sustained scrutiny, there is a risk of unchecked militarization of AI that could undermine global stability and human rights. Establishing clear, enforceable standards is critical to responsibly managing the intersection of technology and warfare. As big tech accelerates its role in military AI, the stakes have never been higher. Staying informed and demanding ethical accountability is crucial to ensure technology serves humanity, not fuels conflict. The future depends on how we navigate this crossroads. Thank you for watching and reflecting with us.